The first business that you should be starting in 2025 is a Skool community. And we're gonna talk about it today because we have our own Skool community. So it's only fair we give you guys the sauce. This one is all about reoccurring revenue, okay? So if you have the expertise, you have the knowledge, and you wanna make some money reoccurring every month, Skool communities are for you.
Here's 3 reasons why communities are the future of business. Reason number 1, people crave connection and niche groups to grow and learn with, okay? Obviously with the way Instagram, YouTube, everything is set up, you're getting an array of different content. You're seeing all different types of creators, businesses, things like that. But it's kind of tough to find your niche group and sort of a place where you can communicate with people who are trying to either grow their business or grow their mindset or grow any aspect of their life within a certain niche. And Skool gives you the opportunity to do that. Reason number 2, Skool bridges education, community building, and seamless income generation all together. They make it so easy for you. You can build your community there. They have all the tools to do that. And as Ernesto mentioned earlier, the income generation in the reoccurring revenue model, it's so seamless. It's the best app for this. And number 3, the global e-learning market is expected to hit $325 billion by 2025. Skool allows you to carve out your slice of this massive pie so easily.
So now we're gonna talk about why Skool stands out, okay? The first thing, it combines the best features from social media and course hosting tools, right? So it kind of gives you a vibe of like a Facebook profile, a Facebook feed mixed with like a Discord and other tools like that. So it's very cool and it has a combination of all these tools combined. The second reason why Skool stands out, it's because it's easy to set up, it's easy to use, and it's also packed with gamification to keep all your members super engaged and happy and part of something. Number 3, it is a proven path to reoccurring revenue. Take it from us, we actually have our own Skool community that is making reoccurring revenue every month for us. The fourth reason, which is one of my favorites and one of the reasons why we got involved with Skool, is because of Alex Hormozi, the person behind this all, okay? He bought into the company and he's planning to take it to huge extremes, okay? He wants to build the biggest community platform in the world. I really believe in Alex Hormozi. I like the stuff that he's doing, and I believe he'll take it to the next level. So always look at the person behind the business, who's the face, who's pushing it, and is that someone that you trust and believe in? For us, that's a no-brainer.
Before we get into a step-by-step of how to start and grow your online community with Skool in 2025, let's go over the reasons why it's changing the game. Skool is an all-in-one solution. Host courses, manage the community, and build engagement all on one platform seamlessly.
Number 2, it is a community-centric revenue model. That means that you're charging reoccurring subscriptions to your members every month and collecting reoccurring revenue.
Number 3, the gamification features. There's points, leaderboards, and rewards to increase retention and participation on the platform.
The last thing is scalability. Skool allows you to grow from a small group of people to thousands of members within months with a minimal amount of tools needed and a minimal budget needed. Now we're gonna give you a step-by-step demonstration from zero to thriving community. Number 1 might be the most important. Define your niche, okay? Find your expertise, find the gap in the market, and choose your niche. For example, if you're a fitness coach and you have a lot of knowledge in fitness, a fitness community might be your best bet.
Step 2, set up your Skool community, okay? First, create your Skool account and set up your group. Second, customize the layout with your branding, your group rules, and a couple introductory posts so anybody who joins understands the rules of the group. And number 3, offer free or low-cost trials to attract your first members, right? It's not gonna be super easy to get people to pay you right away. So you might have to offer some free memberships or discounted memberships at the beginning to bring people in.
Step 3, make sure you add a lot of valuable content and information to your community, especially at the beginning, right? This could be extra courses. This could be you scheduling Zoom calls with the community as well and having them in the classroom. This could be just you engaging with your community through messaging and publishing on the boards. But whatever you do, make sure that when these members are coming in, there's a bunch of value for them to get started on.
Step 4, drive engagement within the community with the gamification features. You can use Skool's built-in points and leadership boards to drive engagement within the community. Something we did, for example, was obviously the more you post, the more you engage with other people's content and their posts, you start to gain points, which there's a leaderboard actually within the community where people can see who's been engaging and posting the most. And what we actually did was we offered a cash prize at the end of every month for first, second, and third place. I think we started with about $500 for the first person every month, which drove engagement like crazy and actually moved us up within the business category, which is where our Skool community is, across Skool as a platform. Within our first month, we were able to go from in the 4,000 or 5,000s of the category all the way to top 100. And keep in mind, the higher you are in the leaderboards across Skool, the more easily people are going to be able to find your community on the platform if they're just searching for communities within Skool. So again, you use the leaderboards and the built-in point systems to incentivize people to engage more with each other and post more. And inherently that moves you up on the internal Skool leaderboards, which puts your community at the forefront of everything happening on the platform.
Step 5, my favorite one, is monetizing your community. Okay, you're gonna have to set up your Stripe, okay? And then you're gonna have to choose a membership price. What we did with our community is we started it at $1 a day. It was $30 a month. But what happened recently is that we had so much engagement and so much love in the community that we got to raise the price now to $95 per month, right? I would suggest starting at a lower price because you can always build from there. If you start at 20, 30 bucks, you can always get to 50 bucks, 60 bucks. But again, this will be up to you to decide how much you're charging for the value in your community. So get that Stripe set up, get your banking set up, and start flowing that money from community into your bank account. So in terms of monetization, there's a few ways you can monetize your community. The first and obvious one is the subscription model, right? You're gonna make money from the reoccurring revenue from your subscriptions. But there's other ways as well. You can also upload courses to your community and sell them within the community. So you can upsell members in your community. What I'm trying to talk about is saying, if you start with a free community, you can actually get a bunch of members in from a free community and then upsell them on the course. So depending on how you want to make money and how you want to monetize, there are a few ways with Skool. What we do is we do the membership model that brings in a lot of reoccurring revenue for us, but then we also do one-on-one consults and we do courses as well. So there's a bunch of ways to make money. It's just about how you want to structure it out for your members. So you have your Skool community, you're all set up, you're getting some members. Now the question is, how do I scale? How do I keep these members entertained and keep giving them value and keep them in the community? So a few things you can do, some of the things we actually tested ourselves, is to start selling other products within the community. This could be merchandise, this could be other events that are ticketed, which is something we did as well. We did an annual event that we ticketed, we gave a discount to our members, and we sold tickets to the public as well. So that's another way as well. Collaboration as well, bringing on maybe paid speakers into your community that will get value from your members. And lastly, another thing you can do to scale your community is use paid ads and use organic social. Use your social platforms and your profiles to push new members into your community.
And the final strategy to scale the community beyond a couple members is an affiliate program. Skool is currently working on their own affiliate program within the platform. However, we didn't want to wait. We wanted to get straight to business and scale this thing. So we've actually used a third-party affiliate program software that we're offering now to our community. So basically, it's very simple. We charge $95 a month to join our Skool community currently, and we've offered everybody within our community at the current date an opportunity to be an affiliate. It's very simple. We're charged $95 a month. For every person that they bring in using their code, they're getting $30 a month reoccurring. We've basically given them an opportunity to create their own little business within our community. If they bring 10 people in that stay for however many months, that's $300 a month for them, like this, by just using a link. And the beautiful thing is, you're not just selling them on a random thing, you're selling them on a community that they're gonna be able to get value from and grow their business with, and grow within this niche community and just get a lot of value. So it's beautiful. It's kind of a win-win for everybody. You get to bring in somebody to a community where they get so much value. And on the flip side, you get reoccurring revenue from it. So it's not just us getting the reoccurring revenue now as the owners of the community, but we've offered the members a way to make money alongside us. Affiliate program, there's no better scaling strategy than that.
So you know how to get your Skool community started, you know how to grow it, you know what to give your members. Now you must be thinking, well, Ernesto, how much is this gonna cost me? So we made you a nice little estimated starter budget so that you can get going right after this episode. Number one, you got your Skool subscription, which is at $99 a month. What a steal, okay? Great price. They will probably raise it in the years to come, so get it while it's hot. Second thing, you will need a payment processor, okay? We prefer Stripe. We suggest you use Stripe. It is probably the best one. That should cost you about 3% on your payments per month. Next budget you want to look at is your marketing budget. Now, you can go full organic with it and not spend $1, or you can spend a couple $100 a month on paid ads, on collaborations, on influencer marketing. We recommend you spend between $100 and $200 on this aspect. Another expense you will have are content creation tools. Okay, this could be anything from Canva to Photoshop to Adobe, right? You're definitely gonna need to use these tools when creating graphics and marketing assets for your community, banners, social posts, etc. You can spend between $0 to $50 a month on tools like this. So to end your startup budget, you're looking at a monthly budget between $100 and $350, which is nothing, okay? If you look at it from the perspective of the reoccurring revenue that you can make, let's say you had a $50 membership and you had 10 members, $500, your costs are all covered, okay? It's a great startup budget to start with. You're not risking too much. You're not over leveraging yourself, and you're putting yourself in a position to make a good amount of money every month.
And before we head into the next business, here are 5 AI tools to supercharge your Skool community. Number 1, my favorite, ChatGPT. Very simple. It assists in content creation, brainstorming any ideas you were looking for, and answering community questions. How to use it? Super simple. Draft lesson plans, course outlines, or community posts. Just ask the AI and you shall receive. Number 2, Canva, another one of my favorites. What it does, it generates social media captions, posts, and templates to promote your community. How to use it? It's super simple. It is Photoshop for beginners. They make the designing process for, like I mentioned, social media content, banners, things like that, super easy. If you've never used Photoshop and you're scared of it, you don't need it. You have Canva. Number 3, another one of my personal favorites, Descript. What it does, it simplifies video and audio editing. So like I mentioned earlier about Canva and Photoshop, it's the same concept. You don't need to be a professional in video editing. You could be a beginner. Pop up Descript. It's going to help you create super polished and clean videos. There are some AI tools within it that also help with transcription, audio, and different things. You need it if you're creating content to promote. Number 4, Jasper AI. Okay, what it does, it generates high quality marketing copy, email campaigns, and blog posts to help grow your audience. How to use it within your Skool community, super simple. Okay, craft irresistible email campaigns to convert leads into your Skool community, create engaging course descriptions and landing pages to help increase signups, and of course, automate content creation so you can stay consistent with these specific marketing efforts. And last, but certainly not least, Zapier AI. Okay, what it does, it automates your repetitive tasks, it integrates apps and streamlines workflow, okay? Number 1, you want to be organized. You want to be able to continue to consistently run this community without having to hire, executive assistants, this and that. Zapier AI, it streamlines all your processes. How to use it? Super simple. You can automatically set up welcome emails for new members. You can set up reminders or notifications for certain tasks and things that you have to get done. And you can sync data between Skool, Stripe, and all the email platforms. So it kind of takes everything we've spoken about, all the different apps and AIs to use, and it can streamline all the processes. So again, you don't have to go and hire an expensive assistant. You have Zapier AI.
So as you can probably tell by now, building a community on Skool isn't just a business, it's a movement, okay? You guys are creating your own tribe that is gonna follow you and support you for years and years to come. This is a great thing to have alongside if you're building other businesses and trying to build community. With that being said, we have our own affiliate link that you can use today to start your own Skool community. It will be in the description below, but I want to see all you guys starting these Skool communities in 2025. And we'll take an invite too. The second business you should be starting in 2025, launching a print-on-demand passive income machine, okay? What does this mean? What if I told you that you could build a passive income stream in 2025 by selling products people love, like journals, like notebooks, like planners, without even ever touching a physical product? What if I told you that? In recent years, self-publishing has grown exponentially, empowering authors to share their work with the global audience. The true game changer for many has been leveraging advanced tools like BookBolt. Okay, BookBolt is what we're going to be talking about today. BookBolt is renowned for its powerful research capabilities, keyword analysis, and design features. BookBolt equips authors and low-content creators with insights and resources they need to thrive in a highly competitive market.
Let me tell you why print on demand is hot right now. The global print on demand market is projected to hit $12 billion by 2025. 12 billion we're talking about. So that's not a small market. That's a huge market, okay? Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing is the biggest player, giving you access to millions of customers, and BookBolt's gonna help you tap in, okay? The best part for me, you handle zero printing, shipping, or inventory. What a business model, baby. What a business model. Now, BookBolt, okay? It is a absolute game changer if you want to hop into this industry, into this type of business, okay? BookBolt gives you research, design, and publishing tools all in one platform, essentially turning your idea into profitable products. Who doesn't love an idea into a profitable product? Snap of a finger, okay? Now, let me give you 5 reasons why BookBolt will change the game in 2025 when it comes to print on demand, okay? Number 1, it's an all-in-one platform. Like I mentioned, from researching winning niches to designing and uploading your book, BookBolt streamlines the whole process. You literally do not need to go anywhere else to bring your idea to life.
Number 2, low cost, high reward. With minimal startup costs, you can scale up with little financial risk. Now, who doesn't want that?
Number 3, AI-powered research tools. Like I mentioned, everything is already within the platform. It literally helps you uncover untapped niches with proven demand. Anything you want to do, any industry, any type of niche you want to tap into when it comes to this specific business, BookBolt literally tells you. It says, guys, here's a market, it's untapped, dive right in.
Number 4, BookBolt is so easy to use. You don't need any prior experience in publishing or content creation or graphic design. BookBolt actually also gives you templates and tutorials to use to enhance your knowledge in the BookBolt experience.
And number 5, my personal favorite, profitability, okay? Within BookBolt, you can create planners, notebooks, etc. within the $2 to $4 range from a cost perspective, and you're selling these products for anywhere from $10 to $20. The margins are massive, and you keep 60% of royalties for every sale. 60% royalties. Baby, what a number. That's profitability, baby. Let's go.
Now it's time to give you a step-by-step demonstration on how to get your first BookBolt product going. Step 1, researching winning niches within BookBolt. Okay, there are 2 ways to do this. You can either use the cloud tool or you can use the keyword research tool. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly how to use both of these tools. So within the cloud tool, you can filter things like low competition, high demand. You can filter niches like fitness planners, gratitude journals, habit trackers, and many more. You can also highlight specific opportunities. For example, fitness trackers for moms in 2025 or 2025 productivity planners. So you can use this tool to kind of find different niches and find where the demand is. The keyword research tool, okay, this thing works wonders. You can find keywords like budget planner, 2025 daily planner, and look for search volume and lower competition items. So this tool is very good. You can use it to decide what niche your book's gonna be or your journal, okay, and find the demand as well. An example of this would be researching something like fitness planners in 2025. You'll see that gets over 5,000 searches a month, right? So this tool is very important to use.
Now we're on to step 2, okay? You've decided what niche you're gonna dive into. So now you gotta do a little bit more research to make sure you're really giving value within your product, okay? Accessing the product module, okay? Step 1, log in, enter your BookBolt account. Step 2, navigate to product module. Select product from the dashboard menu. Step 3, enter niche keyword. Input a keyword related to your niche, example, fitness journals, into the search bar. Step 4, analyze the results, okay? You wanna look at the best sellers, review the top performing products in your niche to understand market demand and what's working. And then you wanna look into the product details, examine aspects like the design, pricing, and reviews to really understand A, how to scale, B, how to make sure the product is really giving value to that niche, and just really make sure this product is giving values on all levels.
The second part of the research, which I talked briefly about before, is utilizing the keywords module, okay? So step one, you're going to navigate to the keywords module, select keywords from the dashboard menu. From there, you're going to enter a targeted keyword, okay? So you input a specific keyword related to your product. Example, workout planner. From there, you're going to review the search volume. So you can assess the number of searches to gauge keyword popularity. Very cool. From there, you're going to analyze your competition, right? Determine the level of competition to identify the opportunities. So you can dive in and say, damn, you know what? This niche has a lot of competition. Or hey, this niche doesn't have much competition. Let's dive in. Lastly, you want to explore related keywords. Review suggested keywords to expand your reach and discover additional relevant items.
And the last piece of research, of course, is applying what you've learned, okay? Whether it be product development and making sure you're using the insights from the product module and the keywords module to design your product and make sure it's aligned with the marketplace that you want to tap into. And then keyword optimization, of course, just making sure you're incorporating high search volume words, low competition words, things like that to put your product at the top of a niche that doesn't have much competition.
So you did your research, you applied your knowledge, now it's time to design your product in BookBolt. Number one, your cover design. Use BookBolt's drag and drop cover editor to upload art or create something from scratch. Example, you can type in, create a bold, minimalistic cover for the Focus Journal. Or if you have prior branding or you have experience creating, go ahead and create your own. The second aspect to designing your book on BookBolt is the interior pages. You can choose ready-to-make templates, lined pages for notebooks, planners with calendars, or blank sketchbook interiors. So there's many options for the interior.
And step 4, let's bring it all together and upload your product to Amazon KDP. Okay, step 1, fill in book title, the description, and keywords optimized with BookBolt tools. Step 2, upload the cover and interior files. And step 3, set your pricing. If the print cost is $3.50 per book, the retail price you might want to look at something like $12.99, $14.99, and at that point, your profit margins are incredible.
And of course, to get you guys started today, we've created an estimated startup budget for you. Your first expense is going to be your Amazon KDP account, which is $0. Okay, so you're starting this budget free. It's looking good so far. Your second expense will be your BookBolt subscription, which is at $7.99 a month with our affiliate code that we're going to give you at the end of this episode. The third expense, which is optional, but we also suggest, are AI tools, okay? You can spend anywhere from $0 to $50 a month on these tools, and they can directly enhance designs, descriptions, and your copy in BookBolt. The last expense, again, very optional, but we suggest you using this budget. Again, maybe $0 to $100 per month, a couple $100 a month, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever's working. This is your marketing budget, okay? This is the money you want to spend on some paid ads, some organic content, some collaboration. So that brings us to a total initial cost of as low as $7.99 per month. Now, if you take the optional way and you want to spend a little bit more on marketing and so forth, you might end up spending close to $150 a month. Again, both very cheap prices to get a business started, very low risk, very high reward. That's your starter budget.
So you've learned about the product, you've learned about how much it's going to cost you to get it going, you learned about all the tools within BookBolt. Let me give you a little bit of a strategy to now scale this business. So your first book is live. Now let's scale it into passive income generation. Number 1, publish more books. Release 10 to 20 books in different niches. Just because your first one is about parenting doesn't mean your next one can't be about fitness. Again, using the tools, identify the niches that need more products and create as many as you want. The more the merrier. Second, niche domination. Build entire product lines around a certain niche. If it's going to be about being successful in 2025, you can have planners, you can have trackers, you can have notebooks, a whole line that is committed to just that one niche. Amazing way to do it. Number 3, paid ads. Use Amazon sponsored ads to target high traffic keywords. Again, you're going to know about all these keywords within the platform, but once you kind of dial it in, you pick your niche and you create your product, you can really use Amazon's tools at that point to run some paid ads and put you at the top of the list. And lastly, our favorite, social media marketing. Showcase your books on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, with different lifestyle images, collaborate with different creators, things like that to really bring legitimacy to the brand and the product that you've created via BookBolt. That is the best way to scale. Those are 4 different things you can do. And again, we're talking about a product that is so cheap to start. Scalability is endless, and the passive income opportunity is incredible for the cost that it takes to get this bad boy rolling.
Before I give you the affiliate discount code to start your BookBolt product today, let's recap why BookBolt is such a game changer for 2025. The first thing, minimal upfront investment with no inventory and shipping headaches. I know you guys don't like headaches. I don't want them either. BookBolt takes care of that all for you. Number 2, high scalability and passive income potential. Everyone wants passive income, especially going into 2025. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna reach out and make that passive income every month through simple tools like BookBolt? And lastly, but most importantly, this is an all-in-one platform. That means it simplifies the entire process for you, making it easy to make money. And with that being said, you can use our exclusive link and promo code MBH20 at bookbolt.io to save 20% off any plan for the lifetime of the subscription. Not just the first month. We don't do codes and discounts like that. Forever, you are discounted. MBH20, go to bookbolt.io and create your product today.
Let's build some passive income for 2025, baby. Let's go. And last but not least, the third business to start in 2025 is a podcast. Would you guys guess we were going to say that one or what?
Hey, Anth, but why should we start a podcast in 2025?
Come on, man. It's too easy, okay? Let's get right into it. Here are the 5 reasons why you should start a podcast in 2025, okay? Number 1, grow your personal brand. Podcasts showcase your expertise and personality, positioning you as an authority and expert within your industry. Each episode can provide you with content that you can repurpose across all platforms. That's been a massive game changer for personal brand growth for entrepreneurs across every single niche, every single industry.
Number 2, create more content. Podcasts naturally produce reusable content for social media, blogs, email newsletters, your media kits, your websites, and so forth. The amount of content that you have coming in when you have a consistent podcast makes you sleep really well at night.
It does, yeah. I'm sleeping well at night after the podcast, okay? Number 3, and one of my personal favorites, building relationships, okay? When you have a podcast and you invite guests within the niche, whatever your podcast may be about, you get a chance to connect with people that maybe you wouldn't be able to in another light, okay? There's cold emails, there's cold DMs, and those are great. But when you can tell someone, hey, come sit down on my podcast, I want to learn from you, there's a level of intimacy where people are, A, more likely to say, yeah, I'm down to come on, I'm down to have a personal conversation with you. And B, you're giving them value in the sense of they get exposure to your audience, and then all of the content and clips that they get from that, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. And from that point on, you sit down with them for 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes, have a super intimate conversation, and all of a sudden that person is now part of your personal network.
Number 4, drive business growth. Okay, this is something we're going to go into in depth a little bit later in this episode, but podcasts can actually generate leads for any of your existing businesses or brands, right? An example of that would be, let's say, a law firm creating their own podcast, which the podcast isn't making money, but maybe they're using that podcast to bring in guests and expose their services so that they actually bring in more clients.
And number 5, monetization. We're talking direct revenue from sponsorships, paid ads, and paid content, and even just revenue from the platforms, YouTube, Snapchat, etc.
Now you know why to start a podcast in 2025, but I'm going to tell you exactly how to start a podcast in 2025. Number 1, which is very important, define your purpose. Define the purpose of the podcast. Know why you're starting the podcast. Know who your audience is going to be. Know what you're going to talk about. Know who your potential guests may be. Defining your purpose and defining everything to do with your podcast is step 1.
Step 2, choose a niche. Focus on a specific topic that aligns with your expertise and who you want to speak to, the audience you want to build. If you know about fitness, stick to fitness. If you're a relationship coach, create one just for that. Whatever niche, whatever expertise you have, that is what your podcast should be based around.
Number 3, selecting the right equipment based on your budget. Now, this is very important. We get this asked all the time. So what we did for you guys is we did 3 separate budgets, okay? We did a rookie budget, which is under $200. We did a medium budget, which is under $1,000. And then we did an expert budget for those that got a little bit more cash to play with, above $1,000. All starting prices, okay? The rookie budget, let's get into it quickly. The rookie budget, you have the microphone, Samsung Q2U, which is about $70. You have your headphones, which are JBL Tune 500BT, around $50 as well. You have your recording software, which is called Audacity, which is actually free. And also you have your camera, which for the rookie budget, you will be using your iPhone, okay?
The medium budget, which is just about under $1,000, okay? The microphone, we're gonna use the Audio Technica ATR 2100X. It's about $100. You know, if you have one mic, 2, 3, 4, totally up to you. Headphones, we're also gonna use the Audio Technica, but these are the M50X. They're about $150. For the recording software, we're just gonna level up a little bit from Audacity to Riverside.fm. It is only $15 a month, but a lot more features, higher quality streaming, things like that. And the camera, if it is video, we're gonna go with the Logitech Brio 4K webcam. All your favorite streamers are using this. Kai Cenat, all these guys, they are literally using this camera. It is the best camera for this budget, $150. Come on. And lastly, for lighting, we're gonna use a newer ring light kit, which is about $100. Your favorite TikTokers are probably using this. And honestly, it's great. Great lighting for the medium budget. This is gonna be about $100. And lastly, the expert budget, about $1,000, a little bit more, okay? Microphones, we're going with the Shure SM7Bs. This is what you see right in front of you, okay? $400 a mic, a little pricey, but the audio is crisp, okay? Headphones, we're gonna go with the Sony WH-1000XM5, also about $400. Solid headphones, okay? The recording software, we're gonna go with Adobe Audition, $20 a month, but it gives you a lot more when it comes to editing it and making sure the audio is super crisp. That's the recording software you want to use. The camera, if it's video, we're gonna go with Sony ZV-E10s, okay, with a lens. These are gonna cost you about $800. Solid cameras, definitely gonna get the job done, okay? And lastly, the lighting, we're gonna go with the Elgato Key Light Air, about $150. Just a slight level up from the newer ring light in the medium budget. Again, $150. You might get a couple of them, but it's gonna be solid lighting, okay? Nothing too crazy, nothing too expensive, but definitely puts you in that expert level, okay?
Now you have your budgets. Now you know how much this is gonna cost you. But step 4, publishing your podcast. Where do you publish your podcast? How do you publish the podcast? For us in particular, we publish on YouTube. That's gonna be the video. Then we publish on Apple and Spotify, which are our audio-only episodes. We recommend publishing on all 3. You can use a tool called Buzzsprout. You can use Spotify as well, which auto-publishes your audio episodes on Spotify and Apple.
And step 5, last but not least, you need to promote the podcast, okay? And now you're saying, Anthony, where do I promote this podcast? You're gonna promote it on all of the social platforms that you're on daily. It's super simple. YouTube and YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and when it comes to Instagram, we're talking Reels, Stories, and just blank posts. We're looking at TikTok for that super viral reach. Facebook and LinkedIn, do not forget about those. There are tons and tons of untapped markets on those 2 platforms. And then X, formerly Twitter, for engaging conversations and sharing clips, okay? Guys, with all of the content that you're gonna be getting, we're talking 5, 10, 15, 20 clips per episode. You need to be posting on all of these platforms because you do not know where your audience is, especially at the beginning. As time goes on, you might notice you get better reach on X or Facebook or Instagram, whatever the case may be. But at the beginning, post everywhere. You never know where a potential viewer might be, and you never know where a potential customer might be.
Now I'm going to give you a few reasons why starting a podcast does not require huge numbers to succeed, which this might sound controversial to a lot of you, and a lot of you might think to have a successful podcast, you need hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but the truth is you don't, okay? The first reason, lead generation. A small and loyal audience can actually convert into paying customers. Take it from us, there's people out there with millions and millions of followers, but they don't have that loyal audience. If you ask me, I'd rather have 10,000 loyal followers than 10 million that are not loyal to me at all. Number 2, networking opportunities. Your podcast will open doors to connect with leaders and people that you want to network with. You have leverage now. You have a podcast. You have something to invite someone onto and give them value. So use that leverage and start using it to connect with people that you want to connect with, whether through personal life or business. The last part is brand exposure. Each episode you create and publish will give you more and more exposure. Okay, it's very simple. So stay consistent with it, because it might take 50 episodes, it might take 100, it might take 200, but doors will open when you're getting that much exposure.
Now you know why you don't need 1 trillion subscribers for your podcast to be successful. But now I'm going to give you a few ideas, no matter what size your audience is, on how to monetize, okay? Number one, very simple, sponsorships and ads. You got to partner with brands that align with your audience's interest. Again, even if you have a consistent 1,000 viewers per episode, but you're very dialed in on a niche, there are businesses who will pay you to promote their product to that audience because you have 1,000 people who are their exact customers. Monetization idea number 2, selling your own products and services and promoting it through the podcast and the episodes. Now listen, if you have a Skool community or you have a book and a publishing via BookBolt, why not promote it exactly to the audience? If you have a BookBolt that is about fitness and your podcast is about fitness, dial it right in, offer it to that audience. It's perfect. Okay. Number 3, affiliate marketing. Recommend tools or services and earn commissions. Very straightforward. Guess what? If you're talking in your episode about an amazing passive income generation that you've been doing via BookBolt, get an affiliate code and help other people make money while you make money. Wow. Affiliate marketing, baby. And number 4, premium content. You can offer exclusive episodes or early access through platforms like Patreon. Very simple. You want earlier access to this episode that we release on Sunday. You want access to it on Friday. Your loyals will buy. Your loyals will tap in and want that episode a little bit earlier and keep the cost low. $5, $6 a month, something to just get that money rolling through the door.
Now, before we send you off to start your own podcast, let me recap a few things that we spoke about today, okay? Why to start a podcast in 2025, right? It's so important. You're going to grow your personal brand. You're going to create more content. You're going to build relationships. You're going to network. You're going to find new ways to monetize your audience. About how to start a podcast in 2025, defining your purpose, choosing your niche, choosing your budget, which equipment you're going to go with to start, right? All these things are important when starting. Where to publish it, how to promote my podcast. These are all things we went over in depth. We gave you monetization ideas as well. So there's no excuse. You know how to make money with a podcast, whether you have 50,000 subscribers or 100 subscribers. You're now set up with the knowledge of how to monetize your podcast.
Take it from us. Starting a podcast will never be a bad idea, no matter what year it is, no matter what time of the day, time of the month. It doesn't matter, okay? Do not wait. This will help your personal brand. It will help your business. It will help you network and sell whatever service or product you are selling, okay? So stop being nervous. No one cares what clothes you're wearing. No one cares what your hair looks like, okay? Hit the record button and let your voice be heard. It's time to start that podcast.
And with that being said, those are 3 businesses that you should be starting in 2025 to make some moolah, okay? If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, let us know if you guys like these type of episodes. And hopefully you guys all make some moolah in 2025. See you next time.